of the Always Believe House. Oh, today we're going to continue writing linear equations, and it's going to be F-U-N, fun, fun, fun. Today we're going to learn how to get the X Intercept and the Y Intercept. Remember, the X Intercept is called the zero. The X Intercept is what makes the equation equal zero. Oh, let's get rocking and rolling, and a magical whiteboard appears, and we're going to start doing your math. Oh, this is the best part of your day. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, so we're finding the X and Y intercepts and the slopes. Okay? Okay, so the easiest way to do this is to get the X and Y intercepts and then solve it for Y to get your slope. Okay? So this one right here, also remember your X intercept, write this down. The X intercept is called the zero. That's the zero of the function. The X intercept is the zero of the function. It's going to be some number, comma, zero. Okay, it's going to be the X that you plug in that gives you a zero. Okay, so to find the X intercept, substitute Y for zero, right? Your Y will be zero in your X intercept. This is also important. Put X intercept, put Y intercept. The X intercept is going to be some number, comma, zero. Your Y will be zero. Your Y intercept will be 0, comma, some number. Your X will be 0. So if you want to get the X intercept, you replace Y with 0. If you want to get the Y intercept, you replace the X with 0. Got it? So this one right here, we want to get the X intercept. Okay? So we're going to replace that Y with 0. So we're going to have 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 24. Basically, what happens to that Y? It just goes away, doesn't it? So all you have left is 3x plus 24, don't you? So divide by 3, and your X intercept would be 8. Ho, 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 ho. That is also called your zero, isn't it? Oh. Okay, now then we're going to find the Y intercept. So to get the Y intercept, we're going to replace the X with 0. So 3 times 0 plus 4 times Y equals 24. What is 3 times 0? It just goes away, right? So basically you're taking your X out, and you're just taking your 24 and 4 and dividing it. And you would get Y equals 6. Ho, 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 ho. Now then, this is kind of, I will show you how to get the slope here. Let's graph it. So our X intercept's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me count again. 1. Zoom in because my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the Y intercept 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. If I were to connect those lines, I would get this. And now then, this is a trick to get your slopes if you know the X and Y intercept. This line goes down and over, doesn't it? It goes down 6 over 8, doesn't it? So my slope would be negative 6 over 8, which would be negative 3 over 4, wouldn't it? So that's what my slope would be, wouldn't it? So if you know the X and Y intercept, just graph them and then figure your slope from that. It's going to be how much you go up or down to the right, okay? Oh. Okay. What are the X and Y intercepts of this line and get the slope? Okay. Okay, so let's find the X intercept. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put X intercept, put Y intercept. I'm going to do this twice, right? Okay, so the X intercept, let's put 2x plus 5y equals 20. And I'm going to replace this Y with 0, aren't I? So this basically goes away. So all I have left is 2x equals 20, don't I? Divide by 2, and I'm going to get x equals 10. So my x is equal to 10, and remember, that's called your 0. Now then, let's get the Y intercept. So write down 2x plus 5y equals 20. Okay, and I can't graph my X intercept on this because it's too big. Unbelievable. Now then, the X intercept, we're going to replace, or the Y intercept, we're going to replace the X with 0, right? What's going to happen to the 2 times 0? It's going to go away. So I'm just going to have 5y equals 20, divide by 5, and I'll end up with y equals 4. Now then, on this problem here, we can't graph the X intercept because it doesn't go to 10. Okay, so let's solve it for y. So write down 2x plus 5y equals 20. Move over the 2x. You get negative 2x. Just getting ahead of myself. Plus 20, and then divide by 5. You got to be able to solve this. So y equals negative 2 over 5x plus 4. My slope is right here in it. Okay, so to graph this, I would go to the 4, draw a dot, and then go down 2, right 5. And notice, ooh, I didn't go up 4, I went up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 2 over 5. And I can't go down 2 over 5 again, but if I did, it would be here, and this would be 10, and this would be 4, wouldn't it? Those are my x and y intercepts, okay? Also notice, if this graph were large enough, you would go down 4, right 10, negative 4 over 10 would be negative 2/5, wouldn't it? You would still get the same slope. Can't really do it on this one because the graph isn't big enough. So you got to solve for y to get the slope. Let's go to another one. What is an equation in point slope form, slope intercept form, and standard form of the line 5, negative 7 with a slope of 2/3? So we got to get all 3 equations on this. You've got to be able to generate all 3 equations. So we just cannot just get y equal mx plus b. So let's rock and roll on this. Okay, so this is my x, this is my y, this is my m. I'm going to plug this into point slope. So y minus 7 equals 2 over 3 parentheses x, the opposite of negative 5 is plus 5. Now then I have a fraction, don't I? So I'm going to bluebell truck my denominator and write it down 3 times on the top. Now I'm going to multiply. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. The 3's cancel out, and I'm going to bluebell truck that 2, don't I? The numerator of the fraction will go to the right. So I'm going to get 2x plus 10. Okay, first off, this is, sorry about this, but this is the point slope in it. So I have my point slope, and now let's do mx plus b first. Okay, so we're going to solve this for mx plus b. I'm going to take the 21 and move it across. And I'm going to get 3y equals 2x plus 31. And my y-intercept here is going to be a fraction in it. Divide by 3. And I'm going to get y equals 2 over 3x plus 31 over 3. Unbelievable. Okay, now then let's do the next one. Write down, so this is mx, this is slope intercept in it. Now then, let's go back, okay, and we're going to switch this again, so write down the same. And now we're going to solve for, now we're going to make it standard, so we're going to do the same thing, distribute the 3, these cancel out. 3y minus 21, we're going to get the same thing, equals 2x plus 10. This right here will be the same as this, right? But we want this standard, don't we? So I'm going to do all this in one step here. I'm going to move the 2x to the left, and I'm going to move that 21 to the right. So when I move the 2x to the left, I'm going to get negative 2x plus 3y equals 10 plus 21 is 31. Now then the x is negative in it. So I'm going to switch all the signs. 2x minus 3y equals negative 31, and that is standard form. So notice I have all 3 equations right here, don't I? Ho, 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 ho. I have point slope, standard, and slope intercept. Okay, number 2. What is an equation in point slope form, slope intercept form, and standard? Same thing. So we're going to write all 3 equations. So x, y, and m. Okay. Now then I'm going to write out my point slope. Y minus 1 equals 3 parentheses x plus 2. The opposite of 1 and the opposite of negative 2 when you plug it in, right? So this is my slope intercept form, box it. Now then I'm going to write it down again. Y minus 1 equals 3 parentheses x plus 2. And I'm going to switch this to, let's do mx plus b. So this doesn't have a fraction, it's going to be easier. Y minus 1 equals 3x plus 6, and then just move over that 1, right? And I get y equals 3x plus 7. That is slope intercept, right? Now then I need to make standard. Y minus 1 equals 3 parentheses x plus 2. Take the 3 and bluebell truck it. Y minus 1 equals 3x plus 6. Notice these are the same. And then on this one, I want the x to the left and the 1 to the right donut. Let's do it one step at a time. So I'm going to move the 3x over first, and then move the 1 over, right? So I'll end up with negative 3x plus y equals 7. Now then, I can't have a negative x, can I? So I'm going to switch all my signs. 3x minus y equals negative 7, and bam. Ho, 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 ho. I got I got point slope, I got y-intercept, and I got standard. You've got to be able to write all 3 of those equations down. Oh, let's go to the next one. Use the graph of the line to write the equation in slope-intercept and then in standard, okay? So let's get our y-intercept. Our y-intercept is 2, or 3. That's going to be our b. And our slope is down 1, right 2 in it. So our slope is going to be negative 1/2. Now then, let's just put this into mx plus b. Y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 3. So that's my mx plus b. Now then, I need to switch this to standard. This is a little bit hard to do. I'm going to bluebell truck the denominator out. So I'm going to get 2y equals negative, these 2's cancel out, negative 1x or negative x plus 6. And then to get standard, I need to move the x over. X plus 2y equals 6 will be my standard. Ho, 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 ho. And lastly, well, we got 2 more. Okay, 2 more problems. An online store sells subs for $1 and movies for $12. You have to spend $30. Okay, so this will be my x, this will be my y. This is a bigger world here, and this will be my total. So the way you would do this, x is going to be songs, y will be movies, and your total is 60. So we're going to have 1x plus 12y. You have to spend $60. Okay? So now then, my x-intercepts, I'm going to get my x-intercept, y plus 12y equals 60. I'm going to replace the y with 0. These cancel out. So just x equals 60, right? My y-intercept, 1x plus 12y equals 60. Replace the x with 0. These cancel out. Divide by 12. Excuse me. And y would be 5. Ho, 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 ho. So the x-intercept would be 60, which would be how many songs you could buy. I could buy 60 songs, no movies, or I could buy 5 movies and no songs. Ho, 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 ho. And the last one. Tell whether each line is currently written in point slope, slope-intercept, or standard. Okay, so this one, this would be point slope. And let's do this. Our point would be 2, negative 5, and the slope would be negative 1, wouldn't it? Make sure you can identify those. This is slope-intercept. The slope equals negative 2, and the y-intercept is 5. Make sure you can identify all this. This is point slope. This is my x and my y. The opposite of negative 1 is positive 1. The opposite of negative 10 is positive 10. That's my point. And my slope equals negative 2, doesn't it? And this right here is standard form, isn't it? You'll use standard form when we start doing systems, okay? A lot, okay? I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful lesson today. Hope you've enjoyed this. Just like eating Oreo cookies. Have a great, great day. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.